Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. This is a site that you have not seen in a very, very long time. Last year it fell right on its arse, but this year it's back and it's time to start a Celtic career mode in FIFA 20. FIFA 20 EA Access is out, so it's time to start a career mode as you do. And career mode this year taking a little bit of a minor renovation, which is going to make things exciting. And as you can tell by the title, we're going to be doing a Celtic career mode. This year, get to design your manager. We're going to jump right into things. I'll explain the purpose of the series, what's going to be happening, blah, 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 when we get into it. But first things first, we need to actually design what a manager looks like. Now, the examples they're giving us here are not great looking, to be honest with you. So we're going to go in and customise them a little bit more. And when the customisation process is over, we'll head in and start the career. I'm going Celtic. We're going to move down to England once again because the last time I didn't do it in as much detail as what I done the first career mode in England with Celtic. I didn't do much with it. It was the main Celtic career mode series was based in Scotland, where we've done about 50 episodes, got to the Champions League final. It makes it a bit more interesting. We're not going to go to the Championship this time. We're going to bounce right into the Premier League. We're going to take Rangers with us now. Rangers, very high chance they'll get relegated. That's not a dig. Just no one's controlling them, obviously, and their team isn't the greatest of ratings. Probably will go down, but we want to keep the derby there. We'll replace a couple of the Premier League team, newly promoted Premier League teams. But I mean, let's just design the manager, and then we'll get into the ins and outs. If you're joining the channel for the first time, if you've just checked it out, if you've just found this career mode, please make sure to hit subscribe if you enjoyed the video. I apologise for anybody who's not Scottish and cannot understand the accent, but as I always say, get it up you. And I will get the manager designed, and then we'll show you what it looks like at the end. Right, this is the face I've decided to go with. I find it criminal that you can't get glasses for your character. Speckies like me, quite, left out there, but this is it. It's just pretty basic. I've kind of went with the Bundesliga manager approach, wearing like a jumper and a pair of jeans. I don't know why, just something different. I could have went with a club jacket, have the Celtic badge nice on my shirt and such, but nah, I've decided against it. So, time to swap out some teams from the Premier League. The first team we're going to take out is indeed Norwich. They will be getting the courtesy of playing European football this year as we take their place. And then we're going to see, the thing is, I want to play at Sheffield United's new the stadium because it's just new to the game. So I'm going to keep them in the league. Plus, Sheffield's a big city. We're going to take out the town club, which is Burnley, for Rangers, and that means they will also be in the league. So, Celtic, let's have a look in the Premier League. As you can see, just quickly run through and show you the league. We've got Arsenal, Villa, Brighton, Celtic, Chelsea, Palace, Everton, Leicester, Liverpool, Man City, Man United, Newcastle, Rangers, Sheffield, Southampton, Spurs, Watford, West Ham and Wolves. Celtic, founded in 1888, based in Glasgow. They've been crowned champions 49 times. That's not correct. We won our 50th title just there. That's weird. Okay. Won the domestic cup on 38 occasions. Now, there's 2 domestic cups in Scotland. Obviously, EA do not pay any attention to our league, but there's not much you can do. We will be returning to the famous East Point Arena, as you can see there. East Point Arena, it's back. Fantastic. International job offers we are going to just disable because they're useless. Don't need them. We're not going to be taking an international job throughout this career. Transfer window for the first season we'll keep open because I won't have a lot of... No, do you what? We'll disable it. We'll keep it relevant to the current season. Now, when it comes to Champions League, Europa League, what you're going to see here when we switch over competition is we are going to have Norwich playing in European football and Burnley playing in European football as well. For some reason, you just... Oh, wait. Oh, we can add ourselves back in. We will be playing Europa League football then. Fantastic. That's great. Okay, and it's the groups from last season, if you pay attention there. Salzburg, Leipzig, Rosenborg. This was meant to be our spot. And Spartak, Villarreal and Rapid. So, that's quite annoying. I was hoping for a little bit of variety within the groups. I was hoping to see something different. But we'll bring Rangers back into European competition. And you can all add... Okay, so we can't actually. We've got to keep a Scottish team in. We can add ourselves, but Rangers can't. And to keep things interesting, so we'll not play the teams that Celtic did last year in real life, we will switch to the group that Rangers had last year in real life. We'll take on Spartak, Villarreal and Rapid. That's quite annoying, to be quite honest with you. If you jump in here, the groups, I mean, they've updated the clubs that are in there. I think This one is that this is realistic to this season's Champions League, right? That's the groups from this year's Champions League. Chelsea, Valencia, and such. Dortmund. No, wait, actually, it's not. It's not at all. I don't know what's going on there. Do you know what? I'm not going to question it. We'll just keep it that way. And that's it. Pound sterling, 5 minutes. We're going to start in world class because I've barely played any FIFA this year. I want to try and get into the swing of things, but we will bump it up to legendary as the career moves on. So the purpose of this episode of the career mode is just to kind of set things up, have a look at the squad, shortlist some players. Now, we're not going to have a lot of money to spend with Celtic moving into the Premier League this season. I'll be surprised if we see upwards of £10 million to spend. So it'll probably only be one player that will be able to bring in, one first team quality player. Anyway, we'll probably look for somebody a bit younger. Obviously, a lot of things have changed in career mode. Dynamic potential is now a thing. You've got your player conversation, squad morale dictates a lot of who is getting upgraded, who's getting downgraded. There's a lot to take into consideration this year. It's not just a matter of what it's been for the last few years. Now, some of the changes I think will become boring over time. You know, press conferences and such will end up cutting a lot of them out of the actual career mode as time moves on. But as for now, we'll try and take advantage of everything. We will enter one of the pre-season competitions, despite the fact we will sim every game in this episode. We'll get it all out the way so that we can just jump right into the Premier League in the next episode. So we're just going to head to France. We'll go to that one. I think that was the one that gave us the least amount of money, which was stupid. I just seen France and thought to myself, why not? The squad. Let's have a look at the squad hub. We will be changing up how our team looks as time moves on. We're going to sort it by position and quickly go through who we've got. So we've got a 71 rated Scott Bain along with Fraser Forster as the first choice keeper, more than likely in the Premier League. Only 73 rated, which will be, you know, it'll be weird. Need to change his squad number though, because that is not his number. He's number 67. I had to add Forster and El Yunusi in myself. So this is the thing. Forster and El Yunusi will more than likely be here permanently because I had to add them to the squad. If we want to keep it realistic and you guys think it's only fair, I will sell them next season or I will release them from their contracts. If they're playing well and want to keep them, then we might cheat a wee bit, especially El Yunusi. Gordon is in there as well, though, as the second choice keeper. Bain will probably move to my third choice, to be quite honest. Defenders, we've got Gutman in there, who's out on look. That is terrifying. That looks nothing like Andrew Gutman. Don't know why I keep calling him Alexander. Calvin Miller in the squad should be out on loan, so we will add him to the loan list. Ball and Golly, of course, new to the squad. That we've got to see no faces for any of our players. Jozo Simenovic, Christopher Ayer, who'll be one of the main men in the squad. Jack Hendry. Let's just get one thing done. Thank you. I had to transfer this. Christopher Julian. Be interesting to use him this year. Obviously, new to the Celtic team. Anthony Ralston, another player who should be out on loan. His hair looking very weird. Hatem I can't even speak now. Hatem Abdelhamed in the team at right back. Probably a position that we will need to improve on. Do you know who I forgot to add? I forgot to add Bauer. Well, fucked it. Do you know what? We'll try and load him in if we need to. Kouassi Abui is in the squad. Maybe he's got a bit to offer. Maybe he has some potential hidden away in FIFA this year. Neil Beaton, Scott Brown, the captain of the squad, of course. Callum McGregor, who'll be one of the main men as expected. Lewis Morgan, who doesn't even have a picture this year. Scott Sinclair in the team. His face looks updated or something, doesn't it? I don't know. Could be talking shite. Mikey Johnson. Not a great starting overall, but potentially could go up. Then we've got El Yunusi, as I said, we've brought in. I forgot all about Bauer. That's annoying me. That's the wrong number I've gave him. Who used to be number 17 for Celtic? Who have I just changed? It's 27 years, isn't it? I've given him 17. That's John. Who is number 17 for Celtic? I don't know. We've got Johnny Hayes looking exactly like he does in real life. Olivier and Cham, who'll be massive, I imagine, this career mode, probably has potential. Look at Connell. Look at the hair. Look at he's an 18-year-old boy and he looks like Rod Stewart on a badging. Kundai Benyu, who's out on loan to, I believe that's Helsingborg actually. Ryan Christie, who'll be, you know, I think a massive player in this career mode potentially. Tom Rogic, who might struggle to get in the team because of the amount of depth we have, and Christie probably having a lot of potential, but he's there. James Forrest, the highest overall rated player in the team. Danny Arzani on loan from Man City, of course, who actually has a face. My goodness. Didn't expect that. Marian Shved, who might struggle to get in the team with his rating, but still. Lee Griffiths, and I believe the final player, yep, Odsonne Edouard, the main man, the man who's going to be getting us the goals in the Premier League. Now, it's time to go and fart about, I suppose, with the office and see the emails and such. A couple of things have changed. Champions Trophy, that's our group, we don't need to care about that. The objectives for the season, and what are Celtic expecting? What's Peter Law expecting of us in the season ahead? 2 seasons, at least have 1 player from the Youth Academy signed. Gain 13.5 million from shirt sales. We need to make quite a good signing for that. Financial, there's nothing. Domestic success, avoid relegation. Should be easily done. Within 4 seasons, win the Premier League. That will be the aim of the career mode, I suppose. So, massive there. And you reach the knockout stages of the Europa League is what's expected there. But it's not obviously a big ask. It's a low priority in the eyes of the board. We're going to call all these scouts because they're useless. I will scout my own players. I will decide who I want. They're going to do absolutely nothing for me. I'm expecting a welcome to the squad from the captain at some point. But talking about the squad, it's time to actually sort out what I want to do, what I want to play. Will the 4-2-3-1 be the formation I go with for this season? It is the kind of typical formation, obviously, to go with. Eduardo will certainly be up front. It's pretty much got my strongest side out, though. We'll bring in El Yunusi, obviously, on that left-hand side. We'll bring Foster in goals. But apart from that, yeah, you're looking at the strongest Celtic side here. Pretty much. There's a lot of good young players in the team you've got, but I don't know what their potentials are going to be like. Of course, we've got Shved, you've got Kouassi Abui, you've got Lewis Morgan, Danny Arzani. You know, there's a bunch of great players in here who all have something to offer the team. And Cham will be a big part of the team, but he'll obviously be coming on a lot from the bench. We do need depth, though, because I forgot to add Bauer. The main position we're probably going to be looking at signing is a right back, and we'll need to look into that as soon as possible. So that's pretty much our balanced game plan that will be. Now, as for our style of football, like there's not much to add here, because this is it, isn't it? You want to press the team after possession loss. We'll keep that the same. Now, it's roles that you kind of want to focus on. Sorry, instructions you want to focus on most. Edouard, we're going to be looking for him to stay central. Yes, he can do well at drifting out wide, as we know in real life, but I want to do my best to keep him in the middle, scoring goals, being a threat, getting in behind, target man, keep him on mixed attack, because, you know, he could be good at using as a target, could also be good at getting in behind. We want to try and keep it as a kind of mixed thing. Normal interceptions, keep him on that, and stay forward pretty much. We want to keep him up there. El Yunusi, stay forward as well, pretty much. But, well, I suppose, actually, when you think about it, El Yunusi actually will keep him on there because Forrest is probably the better option for staying forward. He doesn't offer as much defensive ability, you could say. I mean, never does El Yunusi, pretty much. Keep him at a balanced width because he likes floating around the park, as we seen in that game against Hamilton. Do you know what? I'm going to keep the basic tactics on the now, actually. And we'll see how that fares in the first game of the season. And then from there, we'll be able to decide, you know, what needs to be done, what needs to be changed. And we can get a good, you know, sort of judgment on what is different. £13 million is what we're getting to spend. Now, I do want a right back. I think the one that I was thinking of the most was the one that was actually linked with Celtic from Legia Warsaw, and that is Robert Gumney. That was the one that first came to my mind, because you think of it, you keep it realistic, you know, it's not Legia Warsaw, actually, it's like Poznan. We'll get a scout report on him. I don't know if he's going to be up to much in career mode. I don't know if he's going to be even of a great rating. You know, we'll shortlist him in the transfer hub, and we'll think about it. We need to wait for a scout report to come back. There's not many right backs that come straight to my head that we can probably get a hold of for a realistic price. Now, if I go to the Premier League, for example, and I look at all the right backs, so defensive position, right back, let's have a look. If I quickly put that on, right, and I look at the right backs in the Premier League, no, not going to happen, 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 not going to happen. You need to kind of scroll down a little bit, don't you? You need to, I mean, Timothy Fosu-Mensah, perhaps, maybe. He's only got 12 months left of his contract, so shortlist him and scout him. He would be a good signing. There's no doubt about that. Mason Holgate would be another, but it's not going to happen. I don't believe anyway. You know, you see some good players in here, but the ones that really stick out, I mean, who the fuck are you? You see the ones that stick out, and it's just not going to happen. You're not going to be able to sign any of those players. So, I mean, Fosu-Mensah would be a lovely pickup if possible. Look in the Bundesliga as well, a good place to find some young players. I mean, Bauer from Stoke would probably be the I should probably go and try and loan him. As I just seen a player called Bauer there, kind of hanging in my mind. Klosterman, release clause 26 million, not going to happen. Lucas Klunter, perhaps. Signed him in Football Manager a couple of times. And Babu, he's probably on loan from Chelsea. Oh no, did they sign him? Oh well then. You know, you look through here, there's players that I like the look of. I love the look of Mitchell Weiser, for example. I think he's just moved, first of all. Number two, the fee would be outrageous. You can just tell right now. So, I'll think about Fosu Mensah and Robert Gumney, first of all. But second of all, what I should really look into doing is probably getting Bauer. But it's Bauer into Celtic because he plays for Celtic. Now, realistically, it's not going to happen. They're not going to loan him out. But I don't want to pay part of my only 13 million budget and to bring out... Also, I've just realised there's no bio. We don't have bio in this squad. FIFA really need to start paying more attention to Celtic because the ratings are... Edward and Griffiths being the same rating, for example, is criminal. I need to find my way to the fucking transfer list thing. Like, how do you get to it this year? Transfer hub, that's the one. So, Bauer... Are we going to be able to loan him? Approach to loan? No, they're not interested in loaning him out. And I don't want to spend part of my money on him. So we'll scout them. We'll see who comes back with good ratings. But I guess it's time to kind of break in to the pre-season tournament, get that out of the way so we can kind of wrap that up for this episode, meaning in the next episode we can just jump right into things. If you are enjoying it though, you know what to do. Press like, press subscribe. It would be very much appreciated. The first game of the tournament is against Nuremberg and we get a 3-0 win. Massive. Edouard getting 2 of the goals. I believe Nuremberg are in Bundesliga 2 now, so expected to win that game. Before us getting the other, as you'll notice when you simulate games now, just jump straight to the result. You don't get a whole 90-minute sit through. Which, yes, will be annoying. Notifications. Okay, player chats. For the first time in the career mode, we are going to be playing around with player chats. So, Scott Brown, number 1, welcome me to the side. I'll just say I'm nice to meet you. Say, greetings, boss. On behalf of the whole team, I'd like to give you a warm welcome. Happy to work with you, Scott. Send my regards to the rest of the squad. Jack Hendry, I know you have your reasons to list me, boss, but I must say I do enjoy my time being here, and it will be sad to leave. Can't guarantee you playtime, Jack. Not going to lie to you. I don't want you here. You're shit. That's me being as frank as possible. Second game of the pre-season tournament. There's my manager. Look at him. And his jumper. Look, no nice. FC Metz we're taking on as we sit top of the group. Hoping for much of the same in this game. We're not going to play about with the squad. Can't be bored. 1-1 draw. Quite a letdown. But you know what? It's fine. We're remaining unbeaten within our group. That's fantastic. And the last game will be against Amiens. We've got a transfer offer for Hendry. Fantastic. New York City. God bless you. Hopefully accepts the contract. But part of me thinks he's going to knock it back. Can only wait and see. But Jack Hendry looks as though he will be the first departure of the career mode. Nothing in the inbox there. I don't know why it took me to it. Amiens, the last game of the group stage. Get this game out of the way. Celtic, Amiens, SC, we should be winning. Yes, we are. Forest and El Yunusi getting the goals. Thought we had an injured player there, but it was them, so thank God for that, because can't be dealing with injuries before the season kicks off. Tournament prize money so far from the group, 765k. Not going to do you much, but you know what? Every penny's a prisoner, and it will help, I suppose, in contributing towards a new right back. Celtic, Verona, Hellas Verona, to be precise, in the semi-final, and that is a pumping right there. 5-0, Edouard 2, Christie. That's who number 17 was, because look, Christie's number 3 now. That isn't right. No, we need to change that, because I'm not having Christie run about with number 3 on his fucking back. Thank you for pointing that out there, FIFA. Now Yunusi getting the other goals. An emphatic win, and now we're going to play Maritz Bauer's side of Stoke in the final, but you'd be expecting Celtic to give them an absolute pumping. But you know what this career mode's like. You know, you sim games and you just don't know what you're going to get. Christie, let's first of all change his kit number back to 17 because he's not sitting with number 3 on his back. Not a fucking chance. Also, do you want to see webcam in this career mode? That would be a probably welcome addition. If you want to see it, let me know. We'll try and sort that out. Get webcam in for this career. Loan move for Calvin Miller. 1-year loan to Lechia Gdansk. We'll accept that. Hendry's transfer talks to New York City have fell through. As I said, expected. Didn't think he would move. Because he's happy here, he won't want to sit and steal a wage. Well, he's good looks in that. 1.3 million though added to the budget from that win. So, final game, can we take home all the prize money as we take on Stoke in the final? No, I told you. I told you. It happens in... You don't win the tournaments. You just don't do it. 2-1, Stoke win at... wherever the final was in France. Don't know where it was. But there we go. We lose out in the final game. I seen that coming a mile away. And there's not much you could do. Champions Trophy performance. Congratulations on reaching the final. Going deep into the tournament gave us great exposure. The organisation will benefit from it. It's not an organisation. It's a football club. We're not playing basketball here. £15 million though in the bank now, which means in the next episode we will be, you know, looking to spend some tasty money. Loan offer from Cardiff, I believe that said, for Anthony Ralston. Surprise, surprise. We'll accept it anyway. And we've got our final scout reports in for 3 of the players. We've got Robert Gumney's scout report coming in, and Fossum Mensah's scout report. And also Lucas Clinters. Now, they're 70 rated. Fossum Mensah, right? 4.7 million with his contract expiring, 73 rated. Let's take advantage. If we can buy him for, say, £4 million, we have £10 million left to spend in the next episode, which you guys can help determine who I buy. To end off this episode, let's jump in and try and get him from Manchester United. Timothy Fossum Mensah. Yes, he's only 73 rated, but he's only 21 years old. He's got a face in FIFA. It would be a terrific signing, and we could probably get him for cheaper than what he's valued because he's only got a year left in his contract. We'll offer the £4 million. And we'll see what happens. Welcome to my office. Nice to see you. Where's Ole Gunnar Solskjaer? Thought I'd be speaking to him. I doubt he's going to be in FIFA, obviously, with the fact that he's only been manager of United for a little while. So, let's see. How much money are we going to... Can you not skip... Oh, yeah, it's hold X to skip. That's right. My manager looks keen to say the least. Right, we'll offer the £4 million. See what they say to that. Hopefully it doesn't storm out. That would be embarrassing. My editor's rep says we're getting closer. They want 4.3. Do you know what? Accept it. It's a very good fee. If we can bring him in, that is a brilliant sign in my eyes. Happily stick him out on the right hand side. Abdel Ahmed, no, nothing against you. Think you're a cracking player, but in FIFA, don't see you being as good. So here we go. Timothy Fossum Mensah should be arriving to the office now. There we go. Taking his seat with his... Oh, you've got the same jumper on as me, pal. You have a good sense in fashion. Let's see, it'll be crucial anyway, I'll tell you that for nothing. He gets paid for... Look at the wage budget. I've never noticed that. If we alter that wage budget, we could probably have like £20 million to spend. £392,000 in there. 5-year deal. I mean, I'm not complaining about that. I'll take him on a 5-year deal. Yep, that works for me. No release clause. Yep, works for me also, mate. I love your fashion, as I said. And finally, the wage. What are we going to offer him a week? I'm going to go for 40. I'm going to lowball him from his 41. And hopefully... That's fair. Probably overpaid him there. But that's it. Timothy Fossum Mensah is a Celtic player. Look at the smile. That's it. We've announced our first signing as Celtic manager. Timothy Fossum Mensah should be here at the club. So if we go in, squad, as we end off the episode, let's see. Oh, he's not here quite yet. They don't just automatically sign this year. There's a bit more to do. Okay. Right. So we need to wait. I'm waiting to see if the news is popping up on the right hand side here to see if he has signed. No, it's something about Joseph Siminovic having a poor pre-season. Can we have him, please? Transfer offer for Hendry Miller loaned out. Where is my player? Someone else is bidding for Jack Hendry. Go. Leave. Who now? Philadelphia Union. He's going to say no. I know he's going to say no. There's actually no point in accepting the offers because nothing's going to come from them. But it's worth a go. Where is Fossum Mensah? Is he definitely not in the squad? Because did I go past him? No, he's definitely not here. I tell you, if this deal falls through, I'll kill myself. Advance on then. As we get ever closer to the first game of the season. Where is he? Right, okay, we have a... Oh, I wanted to save us all for the next episode. Damn. Right, well, we'll end off the episode with a press conference. Fossum Mensah, God knows where he is. I think he's stuck somewhere in the M8. But anyway, pre-match press conferences are obviously new. Let's jump into it as we head into our first game of the season, which we'll start off the next episode with. Here we are, look at this. I should actually play the backtrack for this. I've got the game audio off when we're not in game. I should probably have it on for this. Celtic's run from pre-season has left fans wanting more of the same as it starts to get serious. How does it impact the squad? No, I'll stick with we're working hard every day. We'll go with that. Hopefully we can continue winning. We're working hard every day in the training fields to ensure we have the best chance to do so. Can your team win this season's relegation battle? We are going to finish mid-table, I'm telling you. We're going to finish the top. We're going to get European football once again. We're prepared to fight. We must win enough points. We have good players. We're prepared to fight. We'll go with that. We know that surviving is the most important thing, but if we can get some points early in the season, who knows where we may end up. We know it'll be tough, but we're prepared to fight our way. Oh, here, Siminovic's form was disappointing pre-season. Will you stand by him in the opener? He's not due to play. Julian and I are actually due to play. So this makes it... he's not a key player. We can't fully say the lies. Tough competition for the starting lineup is probably the best way to go. We'll play it safe. Look, that's made him happy. Squad morale is a thing now. It's like FM. And if Siminovich replaces the starting lineup is next to impossible unless he's fully fit. Given that I didn't get a chance to read that there. And that was a successful press conference for Celtic in the Premier League, I would suggest. But where is my new signing? Where is he? Sinclair's talking about being in good form. Inbox, is this there? Where is he? That's where is Fosu Mensah? Do I need to go and like confirm the signing? Do I need to finish it off? What do I do? Have I just got to wait about 4 weeks for him to sign for the club? What happens? Is there a glitch? Have I broke the game? God knows, I don't think we're ever going to see him in a Celtic jersey. But do you know what? At the end of the day, that is the end of the first episode, which means in the next episode, we will be bouncing right into it. And the first game of the season will be played against Southampton at the famous East Point Arena. If you've enjoyed, like and subscribe. I'll see you all next time.